Hello, loves, and welcome to another video from the Hares and Daffodils Homestead Kitchen. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kate. Thank you so much for joining us today. If the camera moves at all, one of my cats is absolutely attacking the tripod right now, so sorry in advance if that happens. Today, we are going to be doing a session of Recreate with Kate. What are we recreating? Well, you know, when you visit Starbucks and Panera's, as we all so frequently do, and they've got those wonderful, thick, moist slices of an iced lemon loaf. My mouth is watering just thinking about that. Speechless. Whew. That is my all-time favorite thing to get there outside of a iced chai tea latte. Yum, yum, yum. But the iced lemon pound cake loaf that they make is pretty distinct. You know when you've had it. Did some research, and I think I found a recipe that pretty much hits it on the nose. So today we are going to be making from Sally's Baking online. I'll link the website down below. An iced lemon pound cake complete with lemon icing drizzle at the very end. Yeah, all I needed right now to get the lemon juice was just 2 lemons, and I'm opting not to put the lemon zest in to this recipe because my spouse does not like the taste of biting down on lemon zest or zest in particular. So I'm not including that in the recipe. Other than that, everything else is exactly the same. So we're gonna proceed. Ahead of me, I already have most of my ingredients divvied out, and I've already got my AP flour, baking powder, and salt in my pinch bowls here, and I've got 1 cup or 16 tablespoons of softened butter in my KitchenAid. I'm going to let that run for about a minute just to further soften it, and then I'm going to cream in my sugar. So bear with me here for just a second. Let's get this going. All righty. And also just to mention, I do, excuse me, I do have my oven preheated to 350. What we will need for this pan is either an 8x4 pan or a 9x5. Both will work with this recipe. You just need to pick one. And then I will tell you the baking times, because there is a 15-minute difference between the 2 baking times. So we'll cover that at the very end. Alrighty, so we got our softened butter in here. We're going to cream in our sugar. Okay, we're going to go ahead and mix in our 3 eggs one at a time. That eggshell did not want to break. I'm going to go ahead and scrape down my sides real fast. A lot of this is being pushed up to the top. And there's my oven. It didn't take very long at all to preheat, which is a good thing. Okay, one of the notes from this recipe was a little disconcerting when I read it. And it made me almost second guess doing this recipe. It said that when you add in the next step, which is our sour cream, lemon zest, which we're not doing, lemon juice, and our vanilla extract. Forgot to get that out. The mixture may look curdled as a result of various textures combining. This is normal, and batter will come together when you add the dry ingredients in the next step. So my mixture is already looking a little bit curdled because of the incorporation of the eggs. So just bear with the recipe for just a minute, as I'm going to do, and we're going to keep trudging through and keep mixing. You can see a little bit of separation in the back, and it almost looks curdled. Curdled is the word. It looks curdled. It looks like it's trying to, looks like choppy cream cottage cheese in the mixture. So just kind of bear with it, and we're gonna keep proceeding the best that we can. Okay, we've already added in our 3 eggs. We're going to add in a 1/4 cup. Yeah, you can really see that treatment, the curdling treatment there on the beater. Okay, I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of sour cream. Quarter cups are so small, you want to make sure that you get everything out of there. Alrighty, so 1/4 cup of sour cream, a teaspoon of lemon zest, which we're not doing, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, I know it's curdling, or it looks like it's curdling, but my goodness gracious, that smells so good. And we need just a single teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to go ahead and measure that with my heart. All righty, I'm going to go ahead and lock this in, and we're going to go ahead and keep mixing here. Knew that was going to splash up. Yeah, you can see more of the curdling up along the sides here. Alrighty, that's as incorporated as it's going to be. We're going to go ahead and add in our dry ingredients now. We've got 1½ teaspoons baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So there's that. And then we've got 1.5 cups of AP flour. And there's that. I'm going to go ahead and lock this in and put this on low, just so that we do not have a big ploof of flour jumping up at us. Alrighty, I'm going to scrape down the sides one more time, and then we're going to give it another 30-second mix. I'm just hedging my bets here, making sure that everything from the bottom up is mixed in. All right, just scraping down the sides. All right, going in for another 30-second mix. Alrighty, that is it for our mixture. We don't want to overmix by any means, and the batter, it states, will be very thick, which it is, so that's a good thing. Alrighty, and we're going to go ahead and put this into our prepared loaf pan. What makes this prepared? I just added some butter to the bottom and sides of it. So we've got 2 choices. We've got a choice of an 8x4 pan or a 9x5 pan. If you choose an 8x4 pan, you want to put this in for 55 to 65 minutes. If you choose a 9x5 pan, you want to put this in for 45 to 60 minutes. So just be sure to measure out exactly what pan size you have. I just don't want you guys to overbake or underbake this, and we all want some lemony goodness. So we're in the middle of a wee bit of snow right now while I'm filming this, and I was craving something that's just a little bit fresh right now, and I figured this would be a good recipe to go about making for a tad bit of freshness. We did a really good job. There's not a single bit of dry mixture at the bottom of this. Hmm? Yes, I'm totally excited that it's not curdled. Or looking curdled. Okay, I'm going to try to smooth this out as best as I can, at least even it out. Okay. Alrighty, since I'm working with an 8x4, we're going to put this in for 55 to 65 on a 350 oven. Alrighty, loves, we just pulled the lemon loaf, the lemon pound cake out of the oven, and we put it in for the initial 55 minutes. Grabbed a cocktail stick, and I'm just going to make sure that it is done. That came out clean. We are good to go, you guys. I'm going to let this cool on a cooling rack for about a half an hour, 40 minutes ish, give or take. Just make sure that it has adequate time to cool down to room temperature, if not a little bit cooler than room temp. Might plunk it in the fridge here after a bit, try to get it cooled down just a little bit more. And then we will make some lemon icing. And so I'm going to use some of that reserved lemon juice from earlier. So we will definitely need a little bit more lemon juice, and I can't wait to make lemon icing to go on our lemon loaf. Alrighty, loves, it's been about a rough hour, and we finally got our lemon loaf out of the pan and completely cooled down to room temperature. It's nice and cool to the touch. I went ahead and sliced off 2 decent slices. I just wanted to just to see how we were doing on the inside of the loaf and everything like that. And I really think this could have done with maybe 5 minutes less on baking. So instead of the 55 it was put in for, it really could have gone in for maybe 50 and then check it. So when I make this again, I think I might do that slight adjustment on it and just see where we're going with it, because it did make a pretty heavy brown doneness on the complete outside of the loaf. Anyway, onto our icing. We need 3 things for our lemon icing. We need a cup of powdered sugar. We need 1.5 tablespoons lemon juice and 1 tablespoon of milk, heavy cream, whole milk. The thicker that you use, like a heavy cream, it will produce a thicker icing. If you use milk, it'll be a little bit runnier. So just use whatever you've got, and just know that the outcome will be what the outcome will be. So let's go ahead and get that all mixed up here. I've got my 1 cup of powdered sugar mixed up, and I've got, let's see, I need 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice. Okay, just use a little bit less than another whole tablespoon of it. I'm just going to put in a dash of milk. And we're going to give this a a stir to make our lemon glaze. When I cut into this loaf about 5 minutes ago, it is so soft, you guys. Oh my gosh. It's so unbelievably soft. And I had a little nibble of it because, you know, it's me. I've got to. And I'm not sure if the faint lemon taste is as it should be, or if my loaf, because I did it without the zest, if that hindered the lemon taste a little bit. But I absolutely love it. It's nice. For me, it's a nice faint lemon, but that citrus burst does come through. And I do have my spouse here, so we're going to do a little taste test of our iced lemon loaf. Alrighty. And get out a spoon too. Alrighty. And you want to try this?
Yeah. It looks good.
Just to say, it smells delicious, and the small nibble that I stole.
Thank you, thank you.
Welcome, welcome. The small nibble that I stole tasted really, really good. So, and give me your honest feedback, please.
I agree. About 5 minutes left, just less, just because of the crunchy on the outside a little bit of the way that it cooked.
Yeah, it's a little overdone.
Could also be our loaf pan. Could be.
Yeah, it's a brand new all-clad loaf pan too.
I almost should have taken a bite without the icing, because the icing gives it a very big punch of lemon flavor. It's nice. The icing's like, it's where a lot of the flavor's at.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the loaf is meant to have a lighter flavor, because that icing is, it's good. We can make this again.
We can. This will be delicious to have again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you can't hear Lynn, or if you didn't hear what she has to say, it's a huge thumbs up. Light tasting on the lemon loaf pound cake itself. The real lemon punch is in the icing, which I wholeheartedly agree. But yeah, this is absolutely delicious. Winner, winner, huzzah, huzzah. We'll take it. I'll get the rest of the loaf iced up here, and I will go ahead and post the recipe on my blog, and I'll link that down below in the description box. So please feel free to visit that. I really hope you guys can make this, and just, yeah, this is absolutely delectable. It's absolutely delicious. Absolutely. So, alrighty. I'm going to start working on this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hugs and loves.